Hello, it's Markham here from Markham 3D, and today we're going to be creating some kind of sci-fi dock. So let's start off by deleting that default cube, and then let's go in and re-add that default cube. Okay, let's move that up. GZ. Let's put that back into place. Let me just turn on screen capture keys just in case you guys want to see what I'm doing. I'm going to do scale, Shift Z, and I'm just going to scale this in. And what I will do is move this down. And this is kind of my reference person, kind of my scale. From here, let's just block out what we want to create. So I'm going to do Shift A, add in a plane. What do we got here? Let's increase that out. So at the moment we've got 2 meters by 2 meters. Gonna want it bigger. So let's say we've got a 10 meter spaceship. So I'm going to scale that by 5. Where's my front view? There's my front view. So that's going to be roughly the size of our spaceship, if we did have one. Let's chop it in half, and we'll delete these vertices here, come over to the right onto the modifiers and add in a mirror modifier. From here, you know what, let's give it another 10 meters. So let's go E to extrude 10. Okay. And how long are we going to make this? Scale Y. So we've got 20 meters. 60 meters? So that'd be 60 meters there. So that is our kind of like our ground coverage. From here, we're just going to continue to block out. So I'm going to grab these two vertices, Shift D. Let's just go GZ and move it up a little bit. P to separate by selection. Okay, let's move these back down. GZ, hold Control to snap. E, and we will make this probably like a 20 meter high. 20 meter high, I think that's a bit too much. GZ minus 10. So we got 30 meter by 10 meter. I just want to bump it up by another 2. So that our actual place where the spaceship will probably go in is technically 10 meters. So up the top here, we'll put in kind of like rafters. I think that'll work out well. So from here, I just want to grab this section. This is going to be the back section. Shift D. Let's just move that up. P, separate by selection. Let's grab that down. E to extrude on the Z axis. So now I've kind of separated everything. However, I'm going to apply the mirror modifier here, and let's separate these. P, separate by selection. And so kind of like the way I'm envisioning is that this is where the ship will come in. Over here, we'll place a kind of like a wall, like a barrier. So let's do Control R in like that. And we'll come up, grab this face, E to extrude, come in something like so. Let's just delete that top face. We'll come back in, put that in. And so this is going to be kind of like a separate room which goes off into a separate area of our space station. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hello, Carlos. Welcome. From here, what are we going to do? So let's now start blocking out some more. We're going to continue to block out. I'm just going to put some default cubes about. And these are going to be the pylons that kind of like hold the roof up. Let's grab this up, GZ. And what I'm just going to do is add in a modifier. Let's go 5. Let's go 10. 2, 3. That looks good to me. Let's add in another array. But, whoops, wrong one. Come down the bottom here. Oh my goodness. Go back to 0. And probably about there. And that doesn't look too bad. Probably from here, let's make a kind of like a control desk. Let's add in another cube. GZ, hold that Control. Scale Y. GZ. All right. Let's come here on the side. Pick up everything. Probably about something like that. I do like that idea. excuse me. That seems quite nice to me. I think what we might add in this section here is kind of like a, not a portcullis, kind of like an entryway. So if I'm just going to do an edge loop, put it in here, and I'm going to bridge these two faces in there, so that we've kind of got this section here where the ships land, this is where the cargo comes out, so on and so forth. All right, alrighty, see. So we've got that section blocked out. Haven't done the roof yet. So let's start on that. I'm just going to select this, Shift D. Let's move it over. And I'm going to P to separate by selection. Let's get rid of the bottom array. Let's come to the side, rotate 90, and bring that up, scale that on the x-axis. Nice. For funsies, let's throw in a roof just so we can see what we're looking at, I guess. Okay, GZ, where's my roof? There it is. And let's grab our camera. I'm going to move it over into this side, Alt R to reset the rotation. Rotate X 90, rotate Z 100. What? I missed a button. Okay, let's go rotate Z 180. And then, so if we kind of looking like this, maybe over here, GY, something like this, but ever the camera I would like wider because I want to be able to see more. So I think I changed the focal length. There we go. So now this captures our main area, the braces over the top. So this roof should be down a little bit. The control area and whatever the main ship area is going to be in here. I like that. That looks schmick. All right, what can we do from here? So let's just slowly start working on just stuff. So from here, let's work on these pylons. I'll probably keep them about this size, but let's block them in as well. So I'm going to grab this section. I'm going to grab both of them, Control B. And then from here, I can move this in. Oh, that's annoying. So we'll leave these pylons as they are now, and we will come back to them and fix them up because obviously they've got different rotation because we have the array. Or I could just go Control Z, undo all that. Let's select all this, scale, Shift Z so we don't scale along the Z axis, and don't like that. I guess so. And then if we come in, select these two, actually select this area, scale, Shift Z, and we can make this kind of bigger. Let's go by 2. No. Whoa. Scale, Shift Z 2. Is that too much? Okay, what are we going to do from here? Let's bring this back down, I think maybe to 10. Nope. Let's go back a little bit further. Oh, blast. Oh, blast. Probably about here, 7.5. So that means if I come up here and I go, 7.5. I don't think that's right. Let's go 5. There we go. Pretty as a picture. How's that looking? Jump into EEVEE. More, yeah. Let's work on this control tower here. So from here, I'm going to grab this edge, G, Y, X, let's bring this whole face out, and X. Yeah, I like that. Scale. Now I'm going to put an edge loop in there to cut that in half. Let's go V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. Throw in a mirror modifier on the y-axis. And we will bring that across. And let's grab this GX. And then that kind of gives us almost like an overview of the whole area. Do I want to do it again though? I believe so. Let's bring that in. Whoops. Let's bring in this edge, GY, GX, and let's just grab that section. I'm trying to get used to using shortcut keys to change between vertices and faces. Ooh, that bit there doesn't look pretty. Okay, so let's grab GYX. We'll grab everything now. There we go. Nice. So from here, this would be going up on the roof. Actually, this is too far on the roof, isn't it now? Let's have our little person as our scale. Shift D. So he's only that big. This is way too big. And what I might do is still bring it down a bit there. From here, let's grab these faces, E to extrude, E to extrude. Let's grab this section, Control B to do a bevel. And then from here, I can grab this, oops, this top area, scale, Shift Z. Ah, you jerk. So I don't have clipping turned on. Let's scale that now. Lovely. Now let's get rid of these faces. Delete face. Did I? Yep. Grabbed everything in there. Delete face. And let's just make sure that it's actually plush to the side. GY. And that's plush. Beautiful. Beautiful. Delete this thingamabob. And let's now start just to add a little bit of detail to this. Let's go like that. Pylons. Actually, no, we'll select these faces. And then I press I to do an inset. I to do individual faces. Nice. I'm going to put an edge loop through here, Control B. And then what I can do is I can go GG. Cool, nothing happened. That is fine. From here, I'm going to do P to separate by selection. And let's hide the glass. Let's come in here and we'll do some funky things. I'm going to select these faces. These edges. And what we're going to throw in will be some edge loops. A bevel. That's looking a bit ugly, isn't it? Shift N. Let's make sure the normals are all fine. Let's do that again. And so what I kind of want to do is just want to make the edge just look a little bit more rounded. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's put an edge loop through here. Is that the problem? Control B. No, it's just a jerk. Huh. Okay, it's all about troubleshooting. So let's come and select these faces. From here, I'm going to grab this GZ and let's come back down and around. Nope, that was ugly. That was a terrible choice. So we won't grab all those. And let's move them up. Now let's have a look what happens. If I do this, Control B, we can deal with that. we will work around it. Let's grab now these edges. Okay. If you guys have any comments, please feel free to leave them. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. And so now what I can do is come in here, go into edge mode. Oh, that's going to be ugly. That is ugly. Let's try something different. I want this to work. If I come in here, Control B to do a bevel, not so many vertices. There we go. Now what happens? Ugh. Dang nabbit. Let's go. Why? So, is it the normals are not facing? So the way we'll check the normals, if we come down here and select the faces, and we can see that the normals are all pointing the right location, so we can actually see. So this is important when you're doing 3D printing. Even when you're putting models into Unreal Engine, you always got to check the normals, because if you don't check the normals, then normally you'll see the opposite side of the mesh. But for some reason, I'm having problems with the bevel. I would like to just simply be blop, la done, but la no. Let's Control Z a few times. Well, let's just go this way. And I will fix it later. One more chance. One more shot. E to extrude. Let's go individual origins and scale. Control B. Ah, there you go. There you go. In your face. So what I needed to do is do an inset twice. And now I shouldn't have any problems. And I do say that lightly. Did I get everything? Let's have a look. Control B. Yeah, baby. All right. And so now we've got those kind of round holes. Let's go solidify modifier. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Lovely. And then we can come in and put some more details and such. Let's leave that. Let's go work on the beams. So I like to move around a lot between everything that I'm doing. Shift S, cursor to selected. Now my cursor's there. Let's add in a cylinder. Rotate X, rotate Z. And so our cylinder's in here now. Let's just turn off those normals because we don't need to look at them at the moment. And what I'm going to do is this is going to be kind of like my bounding area. I'm going to try and keep everything within here. So let's just kind of do this. Shift D, Y. There we go. Shift D, and let's scale that in a little bit. I kind of want a smaller section down the bottom. And we will grab these three, scale on the X. I probably should have done this first, but I'm going to do Alt right click, Alt right, Shift Alt right click on this circle. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Size X0. I've got individual voices. Size X0. And let's come and do the same thing what we just did. Nope. Size X0. So now everything is together again. Control L, Control I to invert that selection. And then we can expand that. And I'll make that a little bit longer so it actually comes across. Beautiful. So now I'm actually going to keep this box, but I'm going to move it into the air just because everything is measured off that. Now what we kind of want to do is start putting in those braces. If it's the first time you're here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button to keep you up to date with any content that I'm coming out. Pretty much 4 videos a week I'm doing. A lot of work, but and it ranges all from, what are we doing? Unreal Engine, 3D printing, Blender. So let's extend that out. Let's go back into wireframe, Control L, and we'll rotate that around. Is that too small? Okay, and plop it in like so. Shift D, X, scale X -1. And we can do it like this. Beautiful. Let's grab these. Shift D, rotate 180. And then we will move it across so it matches up. Come on, why? Lovely jubblies. Now the problem is that's not right. It should be like this. No, it should be like this. And then let's grab that one. G, Y, X should be like so. Yeah. So let's go like that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back into this section. Let's go GX. And what I'm going to do is set this up so I can do an array. Probably about here. Let's come out. Let's grab these. GX. Let's bring that in. All right, and what are we saying about here-ish? So I'll grab this, just trying to line everything up, just eyeball it a little bit. So from here, let's make this box a little bit smaller, and also in that area. If we come here, we add in another array modifier, and there we have it. Bum, 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 bum. Oof. Okay, here we go. So let's grab this area and this area. GX. Oh, you're a jerk. It's because I got 2. And deselect anything that was selected by accident. GX. Move that out. And we will do the same again. GX. How's that looking? So come into camera view. Get back there. Whoop. Get back there. Come on, all the way in. There we go. Cool beans. It doesn't look too bad. Let's just move this over. GX. Add in a few more so it goes all the way across that room. Lovely. All right, let's work on the floor now and let's add some details very quickly. And I'm just going to do a few edge loops about there. Nice. From here, I'm going to do Shift D to duplicate that one. And we will come into the, I'm going to apply the mirror modifier. Let's come over into modifiers and we will go into the solidifier modifier. Change the offset to 0. Thickness, we can ramp up a little bit more. I'm going to select everything, Control B. Actually, let's come in a little bit closer so I can see. Control B. And I can't really see, but that's fine. I'm going to, so if we zoom out, you can see that everything's got a bit of a bevel. Delete faces. And now if we just come into here like this, and we can go into EEVEE. Deselect, and you can see that we've got panels now on the ground. Very quick, very efficient. However, let's bung up some of these panels. So I'm going to, go select some of these. Let's come into edge mode. I'm just going to put just kind of like a quarter cut off. Let's select a few random ones. Numpad 5 to go into orthographic. Actually, it might be easier just to do it like this. Let's go into edge mode. Double click to make sure we're getting both vertices, top and bottom. And then we can go through and delete the bottom face if we wanted to a little bit later. Do that one there, this one back here, and that one. So now if I do a Control B to do a bevel, and that's kind of like if the plates ever need to be removed, they can be very quickly. From here, let's come into side view. What on earth is that? Oh, that's a problem. Oh, Control Z. Let's undo them. I didn't see that problem. Ah, that's why. Because I already had these selected. And then we tried to re-bevel it, which is not a good idea. Now let's do it. Control B. Beautiful. We know what the results are. I'm going to come into side view. And now let's purge the bottom faces. B. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Now I've come into front face, so I make sure... Well, sorry, so I have less of these to do. Delete. Where are we? This is my next lot. Delete vertices. So now we've just got the faces on top. Now I can come in and do another solidifier modifier. Let's make this thicker because I wasn't too happy with how it was before. Let's increase the offset. I'm going to hold shift to move it a little bit slower. Is that correct, or is that giving me a hissy fit? Ah, there we go. And let's do... Nope, I missed a few in here. Let's grab these here, delete vertices. Oh! No, that's right. Just want to make sure that I actually got everything. I didn't get everything. Rather frustrating. Why is that? I don't know. But just going back over, let's grab all these pieces again. Cheese and whiskers. Delete vertices. Okay, that seems a lot better. And now if we go back into EEVEE, we can see now there's a lot more definition. But I think it might be a little bit too much. We'll bring that back down. There we go. Nice. And then what we can do here as well, we can duplicate it and move it over onto that floor. So from here, what we might do is grab this light, Shift D, G, let's put it in our command box, like so. Do we have our roof? I'm pretty sure we do have our roof still. I'm going to add in a sun lamp. Light, light, sun. G, let's put it, hang on, where's my entry? Like so. And I think, hopefully, technically, it didn't really do it. What's going on there? Okay. So it's not as strong as I would have hoped. Probably I can bring down this light here in wattage. Let's go down to 250. Maybe give this a little bit of a orangey hue. Now let's have a look what happens. Ah, I don't have a roof. That is the problem. Alt H. Let's get rid of this one. H, G, X. Put that back in there. So we've got a bit of light bleeding, which is slightly annoying. Small problem. I'm going to bring this down to 100, just so it lights a little bit. I don't like that light. It's still coming through. Slightly annoying. Alright, future markers problem. Did I change the material? No, I didn't. Why is it doing that? We'll come back to that later. Let's just keep adding little bits and pieces of details. I'm not a fan of these pylons. Let's grab this scale, Shift Z, scale Z, bring it out, and let's do what we did just before with the floor. Delete faces. I'm going to select everything, Shift D to duplicate, P separate by selection. From here, now this will be a problem, is that it's going to knock it off center. Is I'm going to add in a solidifier modifier, but that's fine. Add modifier, solidifier modifier. Now because it's after the arrays, I'm not going to have a problem. I thought I was. Let's increase the size here. So from here, I'm just going to put a few edge loops like so. And let's put a line across there. I'm going to do Control B, 0.02, enter, delete faces. Why didn't that work? Huh. Why didn't that work? Because I deleted the wrong one. So let's come back in and add in a solidifier on this one. 0. Bump it up. Let's select the other one. Let's select the other one, which is this one. Get rid of that solidifier. There we go. Okay, so let's select this edge, Control B, 0.02, delete faces. And let's put one in here, Control B, 0.02, delete faces. And so you can see very quickly, excuse me, that we are creating kind of these panels. We can be even a little bit more trickier. I can do Control B, oops, select here, Control B. Is this working? Control B. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm going to select this edge, and then I'm going to select all these edges, Control B again, just a little bit, and I can go GG, GG. And now we've kind of got this little, like a panel, like a latch where you can get in and down under. Oh, and I've got comments. Hey, Matt, Bugsy. I'm just in an awful lot of time. Once you get the shortcut keys going, it is beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Adam. Are you planning on posting a video on your channel, or is this just one off? So this will be available on live stream afterwards, video afterwards. YouTube normally just processes it, and then it comes once it's finished. Once the recording's finished, it takes about 20 minutes, I think, to come back, and then you can watch it in its entirety. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Control B, 0.02, delete faces. We even might put in like a little light. So let's come into the other one. Actually, let's finish this off. I will do Control B in here. Actually, no, let's line this up, and then I can do GG. Control B, 0.02, delete faces. Now, the reason why I'm working on all the faces is because later on when we apply that modifier, I can just simply rotate the pylons, and so that breaks up that excuse me, that repetitivity. Let's put one down in the middle, Control B, and so you get the gist. So I'm going to select my other pylon. Nope, I'm going to select the other pylon. Where are you? There we are. No worries. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas, or Mr. Brown. So let's create some fixtures. So I've got a sphere. Going to move that down onto here. Probably about here. Let's cut it out, some of these pieces. Probably all this. Actually, Control L, G, X. Ooh. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I had a good video come out this morning about me trying to do the Millennium Falcon in a minute. That did not go well. Let's go E to extrude, scale on the Y, scale Y 0. And now I've got that. I can select this and I want to merge all that. I can do Alt M and by distance, merge by distance. From here, let's create another light, Shift A, UV sphere, and we'll bring that in. I'm not too concerned about cleaning this all up. Let's bring that out like so. Let's, for fun now, add in a new material, and we will call this lights. Change this to emission 5 and press that assign button, which I always forget to do. I'm going to select these both and search smooth. I can spell smooth. Shade smooth, and you can see that it looks kind of yuck at the moment. If we come into the object data and go normals and auto smooth, there we go. How's this looking now? Where's our lights? On that side. That's fine. Let's grab that. And what we'll do is I'm just going to duplicate, rotate 180. And let's put that in its right place. And now we've got lights on the inside there. I can even come into EEVEE and we'll enable bloom. So now when I come into here, we've got this bloom effect coming off the lights. Let's go into cycles. What do cycles look like? We've got a roof, Alt H, hide. And so we can see now, looks like rubbish. So maybe we should put some lights on up in the top there. Lovely. Let's work on that. So Shift S, cursor to world origin. Let's go mesh, let's go cube, GZ, I'm just going to move that up and work on top, scale 2, bring that in, and these are some big lights, so it's about 1 meter by 4 meters. From here, I'm going to do I to do an inset, E to extrude. They're going to be 4 meter long halogen light bulbs. And let's throw in cylinder, which is all the way down there. Let's delete that. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's add in a cylinder. Rotate X, rotate Z, scale. And I still haven't used any custom add-ons, add-ons that don't come with Blender. Okay, GY, it's a little bit off center, that's fine. Scale on the X. And now what I'll do is I'll come into materials. I'm going to add in 2 materials and add in the light assign. From here, let's come to, what are we saying about here. Here. Middle. Where's the middle? About there. Probably should do an array. So delete all that, go back in here. Let's add in an array. 3 pieces. Hold shift. What have we got? Nope. Something like so. Let's add in another array. That one. 5. And could do countless amounts. Actually, I think that might actually be a good idea. G, Y. Ah, that's Y. Let's bring them down, GZ. And so, what have I done? Ah, I hate you. So I added in the cylinder without actually adding it to those cubes. So let's select all them, Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go find our light, Shift S, selection to cursor. And then I'll have my box and then the tube selected, Control J to join. And how's that looking now? GZ, I can see that this is our roof line, which means that this here is in the wrong place. So we'll bring that down. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah. Let's just do a quick render. F12. What does it look like? Put my 12 CPUs hard at work-ish, kind of, whatever the word is. So I still got my light panels up, I mean the panels to the control room up there. I mean, it's not too bad. So what I'll do is I'll extend this floor and we'll put some sort of massive gate option. Something is disconnecting and connecting. Beautiful. Okay, now stop. Okay, let's now make another box. Shift S, cursor to world origin. Let's add in another cube. Where's my front? This here is my front. Y. Let us edge loop, V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. From here, let us go grab these 2 faces and delete. Actually, no. Let's delete this face and this face. Let's add in our mirror modifier now. And let's just begin blocking out our gates. The wall is there. GZ. The roof is there. The floor is there. So we know that the floor is going to be obviously in line with the floor. Probably about here. Excuse me. Let's come up here so there will be an actual gap where the roof is. A gap. That's a lie. There'll be kind of like a lip before you actually fly in. Let's put another edge loop in here. Put another one in here. So what we're going to do is have this corner piece and then we want it to come in. I'm going to put an edge loop in here. And let's do the same for the... No, I'm not going to do it for the... Yes, I will. GG. Let's bring that down. And now I can move this in. Delete all these faces so I can press C. Is that correct? I believe that's correct. I feel like I've missed a face. Here. Needs one more face. There we go. Let's go into face view. There we go. Delete faces. And so we've got this now. E to extrude. Beautiful. Can't really see this top bit, but that's fine. Let's now make a door or a gate. Rotate X 90 degrees, GY. Okay, so we kind of want two massive doors to come in. Let's select the middle, put a whole bunch of edge loops in. I want one up here, I want another one here. Let's select this, GG. And this one here, GG. There we go. And so when these, technically when these gates come together, they will be nice and big. Oh, should there be smaller ones? What we can do, we'll put smaller ones on the inside. So the doors are there, GZ. I can now select this inner loop, V to rip. And let's plop that one about here-ish. Put this one about here-ish. There we go. GY. And so now we've kind of got these massive gates. I'm going to bring this one in. Beautiful. Hey, buddy. Would be interesting if a particle system was used for the door like Star Trek force fields. Yes, it could be done. I would... How would I do that? Probably I would create a plane. Let's test this out. On the fly. So let's troubleshoot on the fly. Scale it out. Okay. From here, we could go in new particle emitter. Number is 1,000. I think that might be a little bit too much. Life, I would like 2 seconds maybe. If I were to do that, the source would be the volume. What would happen? Cool. That actually looks alright. So there you go. That's how you could do it. Probably put a transparent shader on this bit here. Put the particles on to be glowing. Yeah, that could work. However, I'm in cycles, so it's not really going to work. And I'm not going to bore you guys with a render. But yes, that's how I would do it. The material, how would I do the material for this thing? I would do shading. Where are you, mister? There he goes. How would I do the material? Oh, transparency always gets me. Mix shader. Transparent, translucent, translucent. Does that work? It always muddles me up. Nope, you're a jerk. Transparent. You're putting me on the spot. Ah, that's why. There we go. So that's now translucent. And I would probably maybe do emission with the blue color. Yeah, that doesn't really, oh, that looks like yuck, doesn't it? I guess you could go the principal shader, base color blue. Yeah. And then where are my particles at? Let's go back into modeling. Oops. Let's go back into layout. Yeah, you've got the particles appearing in there. That'd probably be the best way. And then create just a UV sphere, icosphere, create a new material on that one. That can be the emission. And that'll be a nice blue, 10. Come into here, into the particles. It is under render. We change from render as halo to object, instance of the object. Kinda. That's how you would do it. I gotta actually see what it looks like. Now you're making me think. And if you would kind of want the particles to go up, I would maybe turn gravity to the negative, which is down forces. Can you go -1? And then if you were to give it a bigger lifetime, let's say 25. And obviously if you would render it out, you would see that the particles are kind of floating upwards. Sick. Anyway, back to this thing. Okay, so where are we? What are we working on? We've done our lights. We were doing our gates. So from here, I'm going to come in and work on this one specifically. Control P, separate by selection. I'm going to put an edge loop through here. Let's do a bevel. I want to select these faces here. I'm going to do I to do an inset, E to extrude, and then we'll come into the top here where it's the pivot point. We're going to change to individual origins and scale. There we go. So that means when we come over to here, I'm going to do the exact same thing, just opposite. Select this, 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 and this. Did I? No, I got to do a bevel first. And bevel. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I to do an inset. But this time I'm going to E to extrude and scale that in. So you can kind of see the way that they would connect. A little bit more force. Come into here. Let's fix this one up. Control B to do a bevel. Let's get... Actually, no, we'll keep that as it is. Let's do a bevel. About there. Let's Alt S to scale. Oops, sorry. Let's E to extrude. Scale Z. So now it's kind of got a rail. And then from here, I'm going to deselect all these. G, X, bring that back. So now we can see that it's got an opening for those doors to go in and out of. It doesn't look too bad. I might manually just move this floor forward all the way. Technically, I don't think we need these pillars here, but I might keep them anyway. Let's grab that wall there. Extend it all the way through. Actually, I'll make it a little bit longer. So I can move this, GY. Oops, let's grab both, all three of these. GY, GY. Lovely. Obviously now it doesn't touch our back wall, so scale Y. And let's just realign that. Scale Y. And let's have a look. What have we got so far? What am I doing? This thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is so slow. Let's do an F12 quick render, and then we can look at some comments. Mr. Jones, good. Hooker Unleashed Films. Interesting name there, mate. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That render is horrendous. Let's just quickly bump it up. Oh, jeez. It's because there's not enough light in here, that's why. Let's not render then. But we can see the effect that we're going for. We can see the lights. I think actually I might duplicate these lights. The yellow light I would love to probably turn down. What does it look in EEVEE? Is EEVEE going to be a jerk or is it fine? It's EEVEE. I got to put a few effects on it, but other than that, yes, it's looking good. I do like those gates coming out. Let's go into the world settings. Background can be black. Let's come back into cycles now. And it's really that really deep contrast there. Okay. Nice. From here, what else can we do? Let's do some paneling on the walls. Whoops. Let's move this wall over. Where are we? There it is. Scale Y. And what I might do is exactly how I've been doing all the other walls. Select that. Shift D. P. 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 G. P. Control P. Ah, because I'm not in edit mode. Okay, I've already duplicated it. And then we go into our modifiers. Solidifier, la modifier. And put it on 0. Let's make it a little bit thicker. And now we can start going to town. So let's select a few random edges. Control B 0.02. Control B 0.1. Really make these nice distinct lines. From here, I'm going to do a bevel on this one. And then I can select this, GZ, Control B 0.1. Oh my goodness. 0.1. Delete faces. And let's come up here. 1, delete faces. And I'm just going to kind of go around a little bit. Oh, I'm so used to doing 0.01. So I'm just going to go around and create a few of these deleted faces. What else we got? Where else do we have one? Let's put one in here. 0.1, delete face. How's that looking? Probably one here as well. Nice. And to give it that little bit of extra contrast, I'm going to put a bevel in after the solidify modifier. Cool beans. Let's edge loop that there. Same in here. We'll do 2 in there. Shift D to duplicate a modifier. What are we doing? Solidifier 0, 0.5. 1, delete faces. 0.1, delete faces. Let's do in here. Actually select this one, Control B. And deselect these, GG. 0.1, delete faces. Cycles is a lot more realistic. You can't get real-time realism. I mean, you can get it pretty close, but it's doing a lot of trickery. There you go. Pretty much. I think Cycles goes more about the way the light bounces around in scenes. But yes, I have used Cycles. I use EEVEE to like pretty much do the visualization a few times. But when I'm animating a short film, I will probably go Cycles to render. It just looks nice. It looks crisper. I should probably put a little bit more effort into EEVEE, but I just haven't had the real need to so far. I mean, I know that it renders everything a lot faster and so on and so forth, but come on, where are we? Delete faces. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's put in a Z-bevel. Let us now come back into here. What am I doing? This thing. Ugh, gosh. Let me see if I can just put in a light and see if that'll fix everything up. I don't know if it will. Light, area light, where doth thou goeth? Scale. Let's bring that in there. Scale on ZX. Let's go into a rendered mode. We've got the light. Let's put it up to 500 watts. 1,000 watts. 10,000 watts. Oof. That's a little bit too much. 2,000 watts. I mean, those panel lines are really coming through quite nicely. If we just jumped over quickly to EEVEE, we just see that it looks a lot cleaner. But there's always artifacts I find when I've been working on spaceships, putting a light globe underneath and on top. Just this yuckiness has been coming through. But once again, I've got to put some more effort into it. From here, what shall we do? Let's select this. And let me just go into KitOps because I can't be stopped creating materials. Let's go grunge, other. I think there's my grime materials in here. If I do Control Shift, there we go. Shading. And that is repeating like anything, isn't it? So object. Oh, maybe if I do Control A, set the scale. No, it's a jerk. Where is the mapping? Do I have mapping? Oops. 2, 2, 2. Point 1, point 1, point 1. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see that it's repeating, but let's come in here quickly. Let's throw in another one. KitOps metal. Do they have a grimy metal? I don't think they do. I do like this. There's a good material in here. I think it's under special. Nope. Dirty. Dirty. Down. Oh, is it this one? Nope. Have an adhesive fit. Go away. This one, and then if I come into material and go dirty grime. Yeah, that one's the one. Let's come in. No, it's not. Dirty down. Okay, let's change the color. I want this to be more of a silver. Is that it? Do I have it? Control A. Set rotation, set scale, set location. That is not the color that I want. Dirty up. Did I select the wrong one? Ah, dirty up, which means it's on top. Dirty, what? That one. Select this, dirty down. I want dirty up. Whoa. Let's go 0.1. And let's get rid of this thing. Gee, that's an ugly color. Just trying to find. This one is the blue. Let's get rid of the blue and we'll come into a grayish color. I think that's because of the sun lamp is why everything is got that yellow tinge to it, because it seems like the sun is bleeding through the roof. More, yeah. Let's add dirty up. I might even do it for all. Dirty up. That's not bad. I actually quite like that. We'll do it on the doors as well. Dirty up. Dirty up. Dirty up. Let's go into here. I think there needs to be something probably through here. What I'll do is do Control B. And what I'll do is add in a new material, add in the light material, assign, which I keep forgetting to press. And then if we come into here, it's not really that noticeable. Still, that looks nice. All right, let's finish up this stream. I'm just going to do a little bit more. I'm going to add in some Bezier curves. So Shift S, cursor tool to origin. Let's add in curve, Bezier curve. Come in, tab, rotate. Actually, we'll keep it like that. Like so. Because like in all good sci-fi docking type things, there always appears to be cables hanging from the roof. Geometry, we want to extrude a little bit. Is that the right one? No. It's 3D. Offset. No. Oh, bevel. There it is. Okay, bring that offset back. Resolution is 4. That is a big fat cable. Let's bring it like so. Rotate X 90 minus. Where are we going to go? Rotate Z 90. Did that work? No, it didn't. Let's go medium point, rotate Z 90. Come into here. This is our front. And I'm just going to kind of do this. Shift D to duplicate, scale, Control L, Shift D, and let's select that, rotate, scale, bring it in. Let's select everything and we'll move it just offset a little bit from each other. Select another one, G, X, something like that, to the side. And we will do the same. Let's bring it over here. That's really noticeable that there's nothing up there. I'm not too concerned though, just because technically if I were to render out this all correctly, this would be a lot darker up here. From here, let's add in another curve. Where's my curve? Here it is. And then what we could do is off camera, bring it like so. Actually, I should be using a curve for this because I don't trust it. And let's come into bevel. I want a nice big fat cable. Is that in shot? Sure is. So from here, I'm going to go into object. What's that button? Convert curve, no, mesh from curve. So that means I can come in now in here. Face, E to extrude, E to extrude, scale, E to extrude, I to do an inset, E to extrude, and it's going to make that in like so. Now, is that cable sitting on top? It is not. GZ, and I will pick this circle here. O, G, Z, kind of give it a kink. And let's bring it down. All right. GZ, GZ. I might put a bevel in this one. Let's have a look. What are we looking at? So I am going to press. What are we at the settings? Hang on. I got to think about this. Dun dun dun. Where are those? 64. Yes, 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 yes. Is it in here? I'm trying to remember my settings that I always use. There it is. 0, 1, 1. Do I have any transmission? No. Actually, let's just all go 1. And let's add in a, what's that thing called? The mist pass. I'm going to get rid of this cube for now. Alt H. I'm just going to get rid of this. Let's just move that off to the edge, to the side. If I now press F12, let's have a look. Let this quickly render itself out. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Share the channel knowledge of channelness. If you like these streams, please let me know. It's actually 1:30 in the afternoon today. I've taken the day off. Normally I do my streams in about 8 hours time. So we can see our cables hanging up the top here. Just gives a little bit of extra detail. I think this grime here is a little bit too much. That's way too much. The floor doesn't look too bad. I would probably stick a decal over the top. I didn't put any material on the roof, didn't put it on these pylon things. The pylons don't look too bad, or the support fixtures, whatever you want to call it. Would be good to put some more effort into that area up here. That doesn't look too bad. I quite like that. I think I might have left these gaps a little bit too big, but I can just put black in there. You can see the white light there very briefly. And then I probably should have put another light streaming through here. Obviously I didn't texture that. Oh. Now, compositing materials I am horrendous at. There are some things which I just haven't bothered learning, like character creation. It does not interest me. Compositing. And that's because that is just a... How's this compositing? Oh, missed pass. How does a missed pass work? Ah, no. Okay, yeah. Maybe I might... Nope. I might remember how missed pass works. So even though I've got a lot of tutorials on my channel, quite a few of them are just for me. For instance, the missed pass. Most of my tutorials are very quick, very short, straight to the point. I don't like to fluff around. Oh, how does it work? How does it work? How does it work? Display. Oh. Image. No. No. What is it? Dang nabbit. File composite viewer. Oh, there it is. Sick. Oh, how do you zoom out? I hate you. What did I do? Ah, that's what I did. Let's come back into here. So the missed pass is a little bit too strong. So that means if I come into here and do I raise that up? Nope. Do I do it the other way? How does the missed pass work? Oh wait, I had the wrong, didn't have the right one selected. There we go. Nope, that didn't work. Ah. There we go. And now if I go white, ugh, yuck. I could give that, come on, slight yellow haze, but how does it go so it's further away? Don't know how. Thank you for calling me a professional, but ah, dang it. Maybe if I change it to add. Oh, let's have a look. I've got the effect that I want. See, that's silly. That looks really silly. If I maybe go into more of a grey. I mean, I was going to say it looks grainy, but that's because of the render. It was just a quick render. But you can see how it's given a little bit of effect. It'd be nice to have more objects in between. What's the other thing? Oh, this is now making the brain work hard. I'll have to re-render it. Is there a bloom function? Bloom? No blur, no glow. Glare? What does glare do? If I throw in a glare, put that in there. Haha. Streaks, ghost. Ugh. There we go. Let's bring that and that. Let's add in a mix shader. Let's click this one to add as well. That's in there. That's in there. That comes into here and that one comes into there. And so now that's now glowing all those lights. And I mean, if we turn that up, 50. Nope, 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 nope. 1. Let's go. Yeah, so we can see that that's actually doing pretty good. Medium, high. Low. Too slow. So, that's not too bad. I'm actually fairly happy with that. This is what we've achieved in an hour and a half. Hello. I can't say your name. But yeah, so there we go. So, I mean, I got plenty of work to do still. I might leave it there. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you can. If you find a video on my channel out of the 270 odd videos which you find helpful, please share it and spread the word. I did a good challenge last night where I finished that one on creating the Millennium Falcon in 1 minute, 10 minutes, and then an hour. I just read that. But yes, thank you very much, guys. Until next time, I will be on here again probably next week, in about an hour's time. In about 8 hours time next week. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. See you later.